Welcome back. Today. We're diving into the fascinating world of British coinage and focusing on one of the most iconic and historic denominations, the United Kingdom 1 shilling coin. The shilling was once a key part of everyday life in Britain, but some rare varieties of this coin are now highly sought after by collectors and can sell for huge amounts of money at auctions worldwide. In this video, we'll uncover the top 6 most valuable 1 shilling coins, exploring their history, rarity, unique features, and current market value in dollars. So, if you have an old shilling tucked away at home, it might just be worth more than you think. So let's get started. First up, we're diving into the fascinating world of British coinage, focusing on one very special piece. The United Kingdom 1 shilling coin from the year 1953. While at first glance this coin may look like an ordinary post-war circulation coin, its historical significance, combined with its condition and demand among collectors, makes it stand out as a rare treasure. In this video, we'll explore the background of the 1953 1 shilling, what makes it unique, its rarity in today's market, and how much it can be worth in US dollars at auctions. The year 1953 holds a special place in British history. It was the year of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, following the passing of her father, King George VI, in 1952. The Royal Mint released new coinage to mark the start of a new era under the young queen. Among these was the 1 shilling coin, a denomination that had been used in Britain for centuries, traditionally equal to 12 pence. Unlike the pre-decimal silver shillings of earlier times, the 1953 shilling was struck in cupronickel, reflecting the post-war economic conditions and the transition away from precious metals in everyday coinage. This particular year's issue was not minted for wide public circulation in large numbers, but instead was mainly included in the 1953 proof and specimen sets to commemorate the coronation year. That historical connection makes the 1953 1 shilling especially desirable to collectors worldwide. The 1953 1 shilling comes in 2 different designs, the English type and the Scottish type, each bearing the crown shield of their respective nations. On the obverse side, we see the fresh young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This portrait is iconic as it was the very first effigy of Elizabeth II to appear on British coinage, giving it immense historical and sentimental value. The reverse of the English type shows the 3 lions passant guardant, symbolizing England, while the Scottish type features a lion rampant within a double tresure flory counterflory, a nod to Scotland's royal heritage. The sharpness of the details, combined with the clean cupronickel composition, makes these coins visually striking, especially when preserved in higher grades like very fine or above. What truly sets the 1953 shilling apart is its rarity. Since the majority of coins struck in 1953 were not released for normal circulation, finding examples in very fine condition or better is quite a challenge today. Most surviving coins are from presentation sets, which were carefully kept, but genuine circulation strikes from that year are scarce. Collectors highly value the 1953 shilling because it marks the very beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. For many, it represents not just a coin but the dawn of a new royal chapter in Britain's history. Because of this emotional and historical significance, demand has remained consistently high among both British and international collectors. Now, let's talk about the money side. How much is the 1953 1 shilling worth in today's auction market? In circulated grades, such as fine or very fine, the coin can fetch anywhere between $5,000 depending on its sharpness and eye appeal. Coins in extremely fine or about uncirculated condition can reach $10,000. When it comes to proof or mint state examples, especially those from the official 1953 proof set, prices climb significantly higher. High-grade specimens with strong luster and no blemishes have been known to sell at auction for anywhere between $15,000, with some particularly pristine examples fetching even more from eager collectors. While it may not reach the thousands of dollars seen in ultra-rare coins, its steady growth and consistent demand make it a highly collectible investment piece. If you're considering adding a 1953 1 shilling to your collection, there are a few tips you should keep in mind. First, always pay attention to the coin's condition. Since these coins were often stored in sets, some may show signs of toning or light handling, but avoid coins with heavy scratches or corrosion. Second, learn to distinguish between the English and Scottish types. Many collectors aim to own both, and having the pair can increase your collection's appeal. Third, make sure you're buying from a reputable dealer or auction house. With the increasing value of British coronation year coins, counterfeits and altered coins sometimes appear in the market. Certificates of authenticity and professional grading can provide extra assurance. Lastly, consider the long-term value. Coins like the 1953 shilling not only hold monetary worth, but also historical significance, which tends to increase in demand over time. The United Kingdom 1 shilling from 1953 is far more than just an old coin. It symbolizes the beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, carries national pride through its English and Scottish designs, and has proven to be a steady favorite among collectors. In very fine condition, it already commands strong prices, and in higher grades, its value only continues to rise. For those passionate about British coinage, this shilling is an essential piece that bridges history, tradition, and investment potential. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of British coinage, focusing on the United Kingdom 1 shilling coin from 1960. While at first glance this coin may look like just another pre-decimal piece, it holds a very special place in the history of British currency. In fine condition, the 1961 shilling is considered a collectible piece that has grown in demand over the years, especially in auction markets where its value continues to surprise collectors around the globe. Today, we'll break down its history, unique features, rarity, and current market value in dollars. So, stay tuned till the end, because if you have one of these coins lying around, it could be worth more than you think. The British 1 shilling coin had a long and rich history, stretching back centuries before decimalization in 1971. The 1961 shilling was struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, just 8 years after she first ascended the throne in 1952. At this time, Britain was still using the old pre-decimal currency system, where 1 shilling was equal to 12 pence and 20 shillings made up 1 pound. The 1960 shilling played a vital role in everyday trade and commerce across the country, as it was a commonly circulated coin used by millions. However, what makes the 1960 issue interesting is that it came during a transitional period, when older silver content coins were already being phased out and newer copper-nickel versions became the norm. This made the coin not only a piece of everyday currency, but also a marker of change in British monetary history. The 1961 shilling coin carries the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, designed by Mary Gillick. This effigy, often admired for its simplicity and elegance, shows the Queen without a crown, symbolizing the freshness of her reign. The reverse of the coin exists in 2 main designs, one featuring the English shield of arms with 3 lions, and the other featuring the Scottish shield of arms with a single lion rampant. Both versions are surrounded by the inscription FID Def 1 shilling, along with the date 1960. These varieties made the coin more interesting for collectors, as they represent the unity of different parts of the United Kingdom within one currency system. Struck in copper-nickel, the coin has a weight of 5.65 grams and a diameter of 23.5 millimeters, making it a solid, durable coin that survived decades of circulation. While millions of shillings were minted during the 1960s, finding them today in good condition is not always easy. Coins from this era often went through heavy circulation, meaning most examples available now show significant wear. In fine condition, the coin retains much of its detail but still shows visible signs of use. Collectors seek these coins not only for their numismatic value, but also for their historical significance. The 2 different shield designs, English and Scottish, add to the coin's appeal, and collectors often try to secure both versions for a complete set. Although the 1961 shilling is not the rarest coin in British numismatics, its age, historical context, and condition-based scarcity make it highly desirable among those building collections of pre-decimal coinage. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value of the 1961 shilling in today's auction market. In fine condition, these coins can fetch anywhere from $15,000, depending on whether it is the English or Scottish reverse variety. However, coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can command much higher prices, often ranging from $20,000 at auctions or from specialist dealers. Proof-like examples or rare varieties may even sell for over $25,000, especially if the coin has been well preserved or comes with provenance. It's important to note that while the base value may not seem astronomical, the long-term appreciation of such coins makes them an excellent addition for collectors. If you're interested in collecting the 1961 shilling, here are some useful tips. First, always check for condition. Coins in higher grades hold significantly more value, so it's worth investing in a better preserved example. Second, aim to collect both the English and Scottish shield versions to complete your set, as together they hold greater appeal and value. Third, consider getting your coins graded by a professional service, as authentication and grading can increase their auction value. Lastly, always store your coins in a protective holder or coin album to prevent further wear and tarnishing. A well-preserved coin will always hold more value in the long run. The 1960 United Kingdom 1 shilling coin may not seem like a fortune at first glance, but its historical significance, unique shield varieties, and collector demand make it a fascinating piece of British numismatic history. In fine condition, it already holds a respectable value, and in higher grades, it can fetch impressive prices in today's auction markets. For collectors, it represents a vital link to the pre-decimal era and to the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II. So, if you happen to have a 1961 shilling in your collection or tucked away in an old drawer, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small but valuable piece of history. Next up, we are diving deep into the world of British coinage and exploring a truly fascinating piece. The United Kingdom 1 shilling coin from 1954. At first glance, this coin may appear ordinary, but in reality, it carries remarkable historical value, intriguing features, and an ever-growing interest among numismatists. In very fine condition, the 1954 1 shilling has become a sought-after collectible, commanding impressive prices in auctions across the globe. So, let's take a closer look at why this coin has captured the attention of collectors and how much it is worth in today's market. The 1 shilling coin was a key denomination in the pre-decimal currency system of the United Kingdom, circulating until decimalization in 1971. The 1954 1 shilling was struck under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, marking the early years of her monarchy. At this time, the British currency system was still deeply traditional, with denominations like the shilling, florin, and half-crown playing vital roles in everyday transactions. However, coins from the 1950s hold a special place in numismatic history because they represent the transitional period between wartime austerity and the modernization of Britain's economy. The 1954 shilling is not only a symbol of monetary history, but also a reflection of post-war Britain under a young queen's reign. The 1954 1 shilling coin carries distinct features that make it stand out. On the obverse, it bears the first official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, which remained in use on British coinage until 1970. This youthful effigy of the Queen, without a crown, is considered one of the most elegant and iconic portraits in British numismatics. On the reverse, the design differs depending on the version. 1 shilling coins of this period featured either the English crest with the 3 lions or the Scottish crest with a rampant lion, symbolizing the unity of the United Kingdom. The detailed engravings and solid copper-nickel composition give the coin both durability and aesthetic appeal. Collectors particularly value the sharpness of these details when preserved in very fine condition. What makes the 1954 1 shilling coin rare is not necessarily a low mintage, but its survival in high grades. While millions were produced, very few examples remain in very fine or better condition today, as these coins were heavily used in circulation. Over the years, many have become worn or damaged, making well-preserved coins far scarcer than expected. Collectors around the world, particularly in the UK and the United States, are increasingly interested in securing such coins for their collections. Demand has grown not only because of the coin's historical significance, but also due to its place in early Elizabethan coinage. The combination of rarity, condition, and collector enthusiasm pushes the coin's desirability to new heights. Now, let's talk about the exciting part: its current value in the auction market. In very fine condition, the 1954 1 shilling can sell for anywhere between $15,500, depending on whether it is the English or Scottish reverse variety. However, in higher grades such as extremely fine or uncirculated, prices can reach $34,500 or even more when sold through major auction houses. Special examples with exceptional luster, or those graded by professional services, can sometimes exceed these ranges. This proves that a coin originally worth just a small fraction of a pound can now fetch impressive sums in the modern collector's market. If you're looking to add a 1954 1 shilling to your collection, here are a few tips. First, pay close attention to the condition. Coins in very fine or better grades are far more valuable. Look out for strong details on the Queen's portrait and clear designs on the reverse crest. Second, consider both the English and Scottish varieties, as serious collectors often aim to own both versions. Third, when possible, purchase from reputable dealers or auction houses, as this ensures authenticity and may also provide graded certification. Finally, remember that coins like this not only carry monetary value but also historical charm, making them a rewarding long-term investment. The United Kingdom 1 shilling coin from 1954 is more than just a piece of currency. It is a timeless collectible with historical depth, unique designs, and growing rarity. In very fine condition, it has become a treasure that continues to attract collectors worldwide, often selling for significant amounts in auctions. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this coin is a remarkable reminder of Britain's rich numismatic heritage. So, If you come across a 1954 one shilling in good condition, hold on to it. You may just be holding a small fortune in your hand. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of British coinage, focusing on a piece that may look ordinary at first glance, but holds significant historical and collector's value. The United Kingdom 1 shilling coin of 1955. We'll explore its background, unique features, rarity, collector demand, and of course, its current market value in dollars. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin collecting journey, this is a coin you'll definitely want to learn more about. The 1 shilling coin was a staple in the British monetary system for centuries, long before the decimalization of 1971. The 1955 issue falls under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, making it one of the earliest coins struck with her youthful portrait. At this time, the United Kingdom was transitioning from the post-war era into modern Britain. These coins were part of everyday transactions, used for shopping, bus fares, and daily life. However, despite being a circulation coin, the 1955 shilling carries a historical charm that now makes it stand out in the collector's market. The 1955 1 shilling is distinctive for several reasons. On the obverse, we find the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by sculptor Mary Gillick. Unlike later portraits, this youthful effigy of the Queen without a crown became iconic, symbolizing the start of her reign. On the reverse, there were actually two different designs, one for England featuring the 3 lions passing guard, and one for Scotland displaying a crowned lion rampant. Both designs reflect the unity and identity of the United Kingdom, and collectors often seek to own both varieties. Struck in copper nickel, the coin has a diameter of 23.5 millimeters and weighs 5.65 grams, with reeded edges to prevent clipping. While the 1955 shilling was produced in decent numbers for circulation, finding one in fine condition or higher has become increasingly rare. Many of these coins were heavily used and show signs of wear. The survival of sharp details in the Queen's portrait and the heraldic designs makes them valuable today. Collectors are particularly drawn to the dual design issue, the English and Scottish reverses, making complete sets harder to acquire. Additionally, being one of the earliest Elizabeth II shillings, it holds a special place in numismatic history, ensuring steady demand from British and international collectors alike. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the market value. A 1955 United Kingdom 1 shilling in fine condition typically fetches around $8,000, depending on the reverse design and overall preservation. Coins in very fine to extremely fine grades can rise up to $17,500, while uncirculated or proof-like specimens can command even higher prices, often reaching $25,600 or more at auctions. Special varieties, particularly if well-preserved or part of a complete set, can sometimes sell for significantly more, especially in competitive bidding environments. If you're looking to add the 1955 shilling to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always check the condition. The sharper the details on the Queen's portrait and the reverse design, the more valuable the coin. Second, try to collect both the English and Scottish reverses for a complete pair, which can enhance the value of your collection. Third, always buy from reputable dealers or certified auction houses to avoid counterfeits or low-grade examples sold at inflated prices. Finally, consider investing in protective holders to preserve the coin's condition, as even small scratches or discoloration can reduce its market value. The United Kingdom 1 shilling of 1955 may appear to be a modest coin from the mid-20th century, but it carries remarkable historical significance, a beautiful design, and growing collector demand. With values ranging from just a few dollars to over thousands for the finest examples, this coin represents both an accessible entry point for beginners and a worthwhile treasure for advanced numismatists. If you come across one in fine condition or better, be sure to hold on to it. It's a piece of British history that continues to shine in today's auction market. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating story of a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but holds great historical and collectible value. The United Kingdom 1 shilling from 1964. While the shilling was once an everyday coin used across Britain, today, a well-preserved example in excellent condition can be worth far more than its face value. We'll explore its history, unique features, rarity, collector demand, current auction values in dollars, and of course, some useful tips for collectors. The 1964 1 shilling coin belongs to the pre-decimal era of British coinage, a time before the UK switched to the decimal system in 1971. The shilling, valued at 12 pence, was an essential part of the currency system and used widely in daily trade. The 1964 issue was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, making it one of the earlier coins of her long reign. Interestingly, The shilling was also unique because two different reverse designs were issued, one representing England and another representing Scotland. This dual design tradition was rooted in the Act of Union and reflected the shared but distinct identities within the United Kingdom. By 1964, millions of shillings were produced, but only a fraction have survived in excellent, uncirculated condition, which is what makes them valuable today. The obverse of the coin features a young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by sculptor Mary Gillick. This is one of the most admired royal portraits in coinage history, showcasing the Queen wearing a laurel wreath instead of a crown, a style that gives the coin a classical and elegant look. On the reverse side, collectors will find either the English version, which depicts three lions passing guardant with the word FID def 1 shilling, or the Scottish version, which features a crowned lion rampant within a shield. Both designs symbolize national pride and royal heritage. The edge of the coin is plain, as was standard for the denomination at the time. While millions of shillings were struck in 1964, the real value lies in condition and preservation. Circulated examples are still relatively common, but coins in excellent or uncirculated condition are much harder to come by. Collectors seek out these well-preserved pieces because they showcase sharp details, full mint luster, and minimal wear. Moreover, the dual design feature English and Scottish versions makes the 1964 shilling particularly appealing for specialists who enjoy building complete sets. Many collectors also see it as an important coin from the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, further increasing demand. So, how much is a 1964 1 shilling worth today? The value largely depends on condition and rarity of the strike. A coin in circulated condition may only fetch between $15,700, since these are relatively common. However, coins in excellent or near uncirculated condition can command significantly higher prices, often ranging between $20,500. For coins graded by professional services as brilliant uncirculated or holding special provenance, auction prices have been known to reach $30,100 or more. Collectors especially value coins with sharp details, no blemishes, and strong luster, as these represent the best preserved examples from the 1960s minting. If you're thinking about collecting the 1964 shilling, here are a few tips. Always aim for coins in excellent or uncirculated state, as these bring the highest value. Try to collect both the English and Scottish designs, as having a pair increases the appeal of your collection. Be cautious of worn-down or polished coins, as they may reduce collector value. Having your coin professionally graded and encapsulated can significantly raise its value at auction. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent tarnishing and scratches, ensuring it maintains its high-grade condition. The United Kingdom 1 shilling of 1964 is more than just a small silver-colored coin. It's a piece of British history that carries cultural identity, artistry, and nostalgia from the pre-decimal era. While many of these coins are still affordable, the best preserved examples continue to attract strong demand in today's auction market, selling for impressive sums in dollars. For collectors, this coin is not only a smart investment, but also a tangible link to the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. So, whether you're just starting your coin journey or you're an experienced collector, the 1964 shilling is definitely a coin worth adding to your collection. Next up, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of British coinage, focusing on a highly sought-after denomination, the United Kingdom 1 shilling coin from 1963. This coin, particularly in extra-fine condition, has captured the attention of collectors worldwide due to its historical significance, unique design, and rarity. We will explore everything you need to know about the 1963 1 shilling coin, from its origins and distinctive features to its rarity, collector demand, and current auction market value in dollars. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this guide will give you an in-depth look at one of the most coveted coins in modern British numismatics. The United Kingdom 1 shilling coin has a rich history dating back to the early 16th century, though the modern decimalization of British currency only came in 1971. The 1963 1 shilling coin belongs to the pre-decimal currency system, where 1 shilling was equivalent to 12 old pence. At the time, these coins were a regular part of everyday transactions, but also carried intricate designs that reflected the nation's heritage and monarchy. The 1963 coin was minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait graced the obverse of the coin. Its reverse featured the traditional crowned lion passant, a symbol of British strength and pride. The coin was made primarily from cupronickel, giving it durability and a bright, silver-like appearance that helped it maintain its condition over decades. The 1963 1 shilling coin stands out for several unique features. On the obverse, you will find a finely detailed portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, which shows the youthful monarch in a dignified and elegant pose. The inscriptions Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD encircle the portrait, reflecting her title as Queen by the grace of God, Defender of the Faith. The reverse, featuring the crowned lion passant, is intricately designed to convey both power and grace. Another notable aspect is the coin's edge, which is reeded, adding both aesthetic appeal and security against clipping. In extra fine condition, the details on both sides of the coin are crisp and clear, with minimal signs of wear, making it a remarkable specimen for collectors. The 1963 1-shilling coin, while not the rarest in the historical timeline, has become increasingly scarce in high-grade conditions such as extra fine or uncirculated. Most coins from this period were used extensively in daily transactions, which caused significant wear and tear. As a result, finding a coin in extra fine condition today is a challenging task. Collector demand for this coin has risen steadily due to its historical value, the elegance of its design, and the prestige of owning a piece of Britain's pre-decimal currency. Many collectors see it as a must-have for completing a comprehensive set of mid-20th century British coins. The combination of limited availability and strong interest from collectors around the world has driven up its market value significantly. The auction market for the 1963 1-shilling coin in extra fine condition has shown impressive prices over the years. While the value can fluctuate depending on demand, provenance, and exact grading, coins in extra fine condition have recently fetched anywhere from $20,000 at auction. Rare examples with exceptional quality, near uncirculated surfaces, or historical provenance have been known to sell for even higher amounts, sometimes reaching $25,800 or more in the right collector circles. The coin's value is a testament to the enduring popularity of British pre-decimal coinage and the specific allure of mid-20th century issues under Queen Elizabeth II. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1963 1-shilling coin, it is essential to focus on condition and authenticity. Coins in extra fine condition should exhibit sharp details, minimal wear, and no signs of corrosion or damage. Always purchase from reputable dealers or auction houses to ensure authenticity, and consider having the coin professionally graded to secure its value. Additionally, storing your coins in a controlled environment with low humidity and avoiding direct contact with fingers can preserve their condition over time. For those looking to invest, tracking auction results and staying informed about market trends is crucial, as demand for high-grade specimens can fluctuate based on collector interest and economic conditions. The 1963 United Kingdom 1-shilling coin in extra fine condition is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tangible connection to Britain's rich history, monarchy, and numismatic tradition. Its elegant design, historical significance, and increasing rarity have made it a highly desirable coin for collectors and investors alike. With careful preservation and a keen eye for quality, owning this coin can be both a rewarding addition to a collection and a smart investment in the world of rare coins. Whether you are a passionate collector or simply fascinated by British history, the 1963 1-shilling coin offers a glimpse into the artistry and culture of its era while holding significant value in today's auction markets. This coin represents a perfect blend of history, artistry, and collectible worth, making it a must-watch opportunity for anyone serious about British coins. Happy collecting!